Hello and welcome to the Washed DraftKings Fanduel Daily Fantasy Sports Podcast. I am joined by my co-host and partner in crime, former Rutgers GOAT and Miami Dolphins wide receiver, Leonte Carew. How are you today?
I'm doing great, Mike. Got to watch some football today, so I'm excited.
Great. So we have we're gonna do something a little bit similar to what we did last week. We're gonna do a beginner kind of week one picks because there have been some injuries and some changes to the games and some trades and some people who want to be traded. So we'll make some changes there. I'm also going to do a contrarian lineup for DraftKings and FanDuel Weekly Fantasy. But Leonte's going to get us caught up on some of the preseason drama today, and not today. Well, I guess this will air. It'll be over the weekend past. So
Yeah.
tell us about it, Leonte.
Yeah, so today we had Browns-Eagles today. Last week, Shador went out. He balled out. He threw for 2 touchdown passes. And today was Dylan Gabriel's time to shine. And it was his first start. And he was a third-round draft pick over Shador. So they're kind of going through a battle right now. Like I said, Shador balled out last week. Dylan Gabriel went today. He only threw for about 165 yards and a pick six. And they were interviewing him on the sideline, and they were asking him how the quarterback battle is going, and he said there's competitors and there's entertainers, and I'm just doing my job. So low-key, he was kind of taking a shot at Shador. It's going to make the quarterback room very little awkward, but I think Joe Flacco is going to be the starter. To be honest, they have Kenny Pickett as the backup right now, and Shador and Dylan Gabriel are fighting for that third spot. But when you draft a guy in the third round in the NFL, you paid him so much money, basically, you have to keep him. So I'm not sure what they're going to do, but it's kind of night and day that Shador went out there and played better. Shador actually played against the Panthers against their starters, and Dylan Gabriel played against backups today and did worse. So I don't know. How do you feel about that?
I don't know. I mean, I think, obviously Shador balled out. I think in Cleveland, no matter what you do, there's going to be people calling for Shador to be the week one starter.
Yep.
So this Browns quarterback room is kind of a personification of what the Cleveland Browns are,
Yeah.
a dysfunctional team.
Yes.
And we will not be picking any of them, probably,
No.
except for Ford, maybe. But
Yes.
we'll see. Okay, so let's jump right in. Our lineup screen is going to pop up right on your screen. And we're gonna do a one together. We'll pick one together. I think did you pick quarterback first last time?
Yeah, I did. No. I didn't pick a quarterback first. No.
Okay, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do a contrarian. Me and Leonte are gonna do a contrarian lineup. So who is and week one's going to be a really cheap quarterback week. We've had some changes. Jordan Love's questionable. Matt Stafford's questionable now. That's a big one there.
Yeah.
Because Stafford was a big part of some of our high-scoring lineups. That L.A. Rams-Houston Texans game was supposed to be one of the top-scoring games of the week, as well as the Cleveland and Cincinnati game. I mean, the Tampa Bay Atlanta game. So, for a contrarian lineup is kind of like a one-off, right? Like I only do 2 or 3. If you want to win the million, you got to take risks, and I'm looking to make the riskiest lineup I can make right now.
Yep.
So out of these guys at the bottom, Drake May, Justin Fields, Sam Darnold, Trevor Lawrence, Aaron Rodgers, Geno Smith, Richardson, and Daniel Jones or Russell Wilson, but we think Russell Wilson's going to start. Which is the cheapest of these guys you're willing? How low are you willing to go? I guess that's my question.
So I know this might sound silly, and maybe our young viewers out there will like this, but the Madden 26 just came out, right? So I've been on Madden 26 like crazy. And I've been playing guys online, and I've been killing them. And I've been killing them with a surprise team, the Steelers. And let me tell you why I think Aaron Rodgers is going to be very good for the Steelers, because he's going to be on the field a lot. That defense is phenomenal. You want to talk about Jalen Ramsey, Darius Slay, Porter, Elliott, Patrick Queen, T.J. Watt. Like, they're going to be those games are going to be like 21-14 games. Aaron Rodgers is going to get a lot of opportunities. So out of all those quarterbacks, I mean, Daniel Jones and Richardson, Anthony Richardson, they looked okay today. You know, I know it's preseason. They looked okay. Drake May looked okay. But for a guy like Aaron Rodgers, who's a vet, you know, who people are writing him off after last year on the Jets, I would be willing to take Aaron Rodgers, and I think he's going to ball out this year with Metcalf, Jonnu Smith, and a couple other slot receivers, young slot. They have Roman Wilson from the Michigan. Michigan, I think they're going to be a very sneaky, talented offense. So I would definitely take Aaron Rodgers.
All right, so we're going bonkers. We're basing our picks off of Madden. So I don't suggest that you guys do that at home, but that's what we're going to do today. I'm going to do a different lineup myself after this, and I'll let Leonte do his own. So there's really not much price point here. I think I would have picked Geno, but they're the same price, or Trevor Lawrence, so it's the same thing. I don't know how Richardson's pinky is. I mean, I've had that injury. I don't know if you have.
He played well today. He played today.
It's kind of painful, but I guess he's getting over it.
Yeah.
Broken pinky. But, okay, yeah, so all right. We're going to pick Aaron Rodgers. Now we're going to have to stack him. And the reason I'm making this lineup so cheap, and there'll be a method to my madness soon, is we're going to want to stack him with the top Pittsburgh wide receiver now, or should we stack him with their tight end?
I'm thinking we go their top receiver. I mean, DK, people are writing him off as well, and DK's a stud.
No,
I mean, you can't teach 6'5", 4'2", who's had a lot of successful years in the NFL. You know, he just had one bad year last year, so I think he's going against Jalen Ramsey every single day. That's naturally going to make you better. So I would take DK.
And they're playing the Jets.
Yep.
So I think what we should do is also stack with the Pittsburgh Steelers defense, because we know these AFC games get a bit competitive, especially.
And it's also Aaron Rodgers coming back home.
Exactly.
He's coming back to the Jets, man.
So and disclaimer: this is our contrarian. Maybe I'll do one or two of these lineups, mix and match, because now I really just want to load up on studs.
Yep.
All right, so at running back, I'm going to go with Bijan.
There you go.
Who's your second running back, Leonte?
I like
we're
Bucky.
in the 6,000, 6,500 range.
Let's go with Kyron Williams from the Rams.
Okay. What if Stafford doesn't play? You keeping him?
That's why I think we should keep him.
Okay.
A lot of the load's going to be on him.
Okay. And then I want do we want Chase, Puka, Nico, or St. Brown?
Nico scored a touchdown today. I know on this podcast I told you that I didn't like Nico to go off this year, but after seeing him today, he looks really good.
I told you.
Let's go with Nico.
Okay, Nico. All right, we got to get a cheap wide receiver. So out of these guys in the 4,200 range, Douglas, McMillan, maybe we should go for this Tampa Bay Atlanta game. Maybe McMillan would be someone to target there. Lockett. Any of these guys terrify you? Any of these guys you're willing to take a chance on down here?
Well, why don't we just go with the Tampa Bay receiver we've been riding with this whole time?
Okay.
Let's go with Mbuka.
Okay, Mbuka it is. Okay, and at tight end, so we have about 9,100 left, so we can get real pretty. We can get real pretty here. Do you want to just pay all the way up for Bowers? Or you want to go with McBride or Kittle?
No, I'm a huge Sam Laporta guy. Let's go Sam Laporta.
Okay, Laporta it is. And because we know those lines are going to tro.
I think it was a little higher.
Tro. Where is he? There he is. Oh, he's questionable. That's why. I have a red flag on my head for questionable players. And now flex, we have 4,100 because we paid up for tight end. P. Ryan, Pattinson, Carter at the top.
I like McMillan right there.
McMillan?
Yeah.
Would you double tight this for a contrarian? Do Zach Ertz?
Ooh, that's not bad
that
at all.
That could get you to million. He's probably going to get more targets than McMillan.
That's not bad at all.
We already have a Buka.
I like that.
So I would switch up this lineup just a little bit, and here's how I would do it. Goodbye, Aaron Rodgers, because I picked him for my season-long 2 seasons ago, and he totally burned me. Goodbye, and goodbye. All right, so these are my core 3 that I want to start with here. I think that these guys are going to score a ton of points. I think we can take a big risk on quarterback this week because you got a guy who's coming in fresh, who's probably going to be in the best shape of the season all season, and may run for 2 touchdowns and throw for maybe 1 or throw for 2 and run for 1. So I'm going to take a chance on Russell Wilson's. I know people are going to say I'm crazy, but I'm taking a chance. Then I'm going to go get my boy Jamar Chase.
Yep.
Because he's going to have someone throw into him. I'm going to really stick with a cheap defense on this contrarian ticket. And since I have Russell Wilson as my quarterback, I'm going to go with the New York Giants defense. My third wide receiver, I'm going to have to pay down for a little bit, but not that far down. So Travis Hunter's not playing. So do we want to get the Jacksonville tight end, or do we want to get the Jacksonville third wide receiver? I'm not sure. I don't want Wan'Dale Robinson. He scares the hell out of me.
Yeah.
Because he could get you a 0.
What about the third receiver on the Packers? Like one of those Packers guys, because you know what? Jordan Love throws the crap out of the ball.
Yeah.
And one of those slot guys always get open.
That's true. It's Reed, and he is questionable, but we'll plug him in for now.
Okay.
I am not paying up for tight end. Just will not do it. We'll use Evan Ingram. Well,
Yep.
no. I'm sorry. I don't want to use Ingram. We'll use. I will never pick Kyle Pitts in my life. How do you feel about Hunter Henry? He's been a little quiet, but we know he can play. He can play football.
Hunter Henry has been very quiet.
And there's no one on that team. I mean, other than Diggs.
Yeah.
He's really going to be able to catch the ball, right? And nobody's going to be picking him. And we know he could score 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, I like it.
Let's go with Henry.
I like it.
And so for our flex receiver, we're down in the weeds here. One of these guys would have to score a touchdown for us to make this work.
Yeah, I would go with Robert Woods. He's a savvy vet.
Okay, and let's say maybe Aaron Rodgers comes in and does something. All right, so this would be my contrarian lineup. Disclaimer: this is an incredibly risky lineup. Obviously, you're going to get points with the first 5 guys.
Yeah.
But with Reed, Woods, and Henry, you could end up with a 0.
Yep.
The Giants are at Washington. I don't know if we expect anything from their defense, but if they could get 5 or 10 points out of this game, you'd be in really great shape. I mean, you at least win some money. You wouldn't win the million. So I'm going to quit there. I'm going to go back. And Leonte is going to create his contrarian lineup. So,
Yep.
Who do you got for quarterback? Are you paying up or down this week, and why?
I'm going to pay down. And the reason why is I like, if you scroll, I like a lot Brock Purdy. I'm going to go. He's up a little bit higher, though. Yep.
Okay, Purdy.
Yep, I'm going with Purdy.
Skip to receiver, or are you going to do running backs?
Let's go right down to one of my wide receivers. Yeah, I'm gonna skip running backs for now, and I am going to go with Brian Thomas.
Okay.
Receiver. Now go to my running backs, and I am going to go for the gusto and take Jahmyr Gibbs.
Like it.
My second running back, if you go down, I am going to go with
Hubbard, Kenny Walker, Robinson.
Give me Robinson from Washington.
Okay. Where you want to go next?
Give me tight end.
Tight end.
Yep, I'm going to go with old reliable, and I'm going to buy down on my tight ends, but this man is coming off a bad season, and I'm going to go with Travis Kelce.
Okay, wow. Okay. No, Kelsey's not on the main slate week 1.
Oh, yep, you're right. So I am going to go with Ingram.
Okay. He's playing for Denver now.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep. So then we're going to go back to one of my wide receivers.
You got about 47 each player, but your defense is only going to be like 20-something, 2,000-something.
Yep. I'm going to go with a fast guy who's been balling out this training camp. I'm going to go with Jalen Waddle.
Okay, Waddle.
There he is. Just skipping right there.
Oh, there he is. Did you play with him or no?
No, I didn't get a chance to play with him. I have another wide receiver. Yep, click on my wide receiver. How much money do I have left?
You got 4443
Yep.
per player. But you can only spend about 2,000 on your defense.
Yeah, I got to get real technical here. I like Ray McLeod.
All right, go grab him.
Hold on. Let's see. Tim Patrick's usually always solid, I swear. I like Tim Patrick.
Yeah, I mean, he does usually. I mean, I think that you were talking about those guys that might, catch a touchdown pass in the 3,000s. And, Detroit's going to be throwing the hell out of the ball. So.
Yep. All right, here we go. Flex. I could go big on my flex now.
Yeah,
right?
you could do about 7,771.
Yep, I like this right there.
St. Brown,
And then defense,
still not bad.
not bad at all.
This is not a bad. We should save this.
I
Lineup.
like Houston.
Yeah,
Houston's defense balled out today.
you got about 100 laying on the table. So, this is Leonte's Contrarian lineup. Disclaimer: Contrarian lineup. So it should be just a one-off. This wouldn't be the way you would build. I mean, not the way I would build a lineup anyway. The way you would build a traditional lineup for DraftKings, Millie Maker, or just a tournament game in general. So since Leonte was an NFL wide receiver, I wanted to talk to Leonte about value wide receivers. So I'm going to, and keeping in mind, and we're going to get off the contrarian thing for a minute, keeping in mind these high-scoring games that we want to target. And the first one we'll go to will be Cincinnati. Well, Cincinnati and Cleveland is not one of them. Sorry. One of these high-scoring games, Tampa Bay and Atlanta.
Yep.
So if you're going to take a shot on one of these backup receivers in this really, really high, it was the 48. Is it still 48, the over-under in this game? I think it is.
Yeah.
We'll check. If it did go down, it didn't go down much. Because I don't think anybody got hurt except for Godwin's been out. He was
at 48 and a half.
He was out last time, too.
48 and a half.
So I think, like, obviously Ibuka's a really big steal. I mean, I don't know if you guys are watching him in preseason. He definitely looks like the real deal. But any of these other guys, because we've been really hot on him, any of these other guys that you would take if you had to get a guy for like 3,200, any of these guys, or even in the 2,000s, any of these guys you would take a chance on just so you can really beef up your running backs?
You have to go a little bit higher because some of those guys aren't going to make the team down there.
No,
so
okay.
we're looking at.
So any of these guys down here, like McMillan, obviously is going to make the
Yeah,
team.
either McLeod or McMillan. Like those two guys are.
So that's the lowest you're willing to go on this in this stack.
Yes.
Okay. So the other game that we really like, if Stafford plays,
Yes.
is this Houston LA Rams. So any of these guys in the 35s, 3,000 range. Obviously, some of these guys aren't.
Tutu Atwell. Tutu Atwell is always due for a deep bomb, a reverse, something like that. He's like their special plays. Like when they throw like a reverse pass or something like that, Tutu Atwell always seems to be open. So I like Tutu Atwell a lot.
So if you can get like an Atwell, let's say you really wanted to take a chance.
Yep.
And you did Atwell.
I would go with like.
And you did Patrick, right? Like I kind of like that.
Yeah. Yep.
Because Patrick is just so cheap, and what is he going to be like? He's going to be like the fifth wide receiver if they're going to use Gibbs as their second wide receiver, right? Like, or their third or their slot wide receiver.
Yeah.
Right. So.
Yeah, he'll probably be like the third or fourth option.
All right. So let's
probably
do
fourth.
Patrick. Let's do Patrick. So now, if you could just go with two $3,600 wide receivers, you could really beef up your team.
Yeah.
And I think this is what I would start with if I was going to do a week one.
Yep.
Obviously, I don't want to go for my traditional like I'll do like maybe 10 of these lineups and then I'll mix and match the players with comparable players. I think the lowest I'm willing to go for like my non-contrarian quarterback is Jared Goff.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna stack Jared Goff with Laporta, and I'm gonna actually do mid-range wide receivers. I'm not gonna blow money on wide receivers. There's a lot of guys that you can get mid-range, like Jonathan, like Miami's going into Indianapolis.
Yeah.
Leonte's told us their defense is decimated, but their offense is really good.
Yep.
So if this is a high-scoring game, because you know Indianapolis is going to score. I mean, I mean, if Daniel Jones becomes a starter, I'm not convinced they're going to score at all.
He looked good today, but it's definitely going to be a high-scoring game. That over/under is at I think it's at 46.5. So.
But we do know that Daniel Jones has had success in the past with Barkley. So I'm going to pick Jonathan Taylor as my one running back.
Yep.
And I'm going to – I mean, I would love to have Gibbs, but I can't afford him with this lineup. I'm going to wait to see what happens with Genti. I'm not totally off Genti. I think Leonte and I were talking about this yesterday, that when Genti – I wouldn't panic on Genti, but I wouldn't pick him in my week one for a weekly because we just don't know what we're going to get. But everybody on that defense was.
Genty scored today. Genty just scored now.
We're
live. Just scored.
You may not rebroadcast any parts of an NFL game without authorized consent to the NFL. So imagine it, people. Just imagine it. Imagine him scoring. We don't know that he scored, but just imagine it. So everybody's going to be keying in on Genty anyway, so I'm not really panicking on Genty. But these guys down here, like in the Bryce Hall, Alvin Kamara, who we know is a stud.
Yeah.
James Conner coming in fresh. I think he could do some damage, but I'm a little worried about him midseason.
Yep.
Kenny Walker. Any of these guys you would take as the second running back, and why?
Kenny Walker, only because Sam Darnold and the rookie Jalen Milroe is their quarterback right now. We don't know what we're going to really get out much of the pass game. I did tell you last time that Cooper Kupp is a phenomenal run blocker. So I could see Kenny Walker getting a lot of carries, not based off Cooper Kupp, just because they have young quarterbacks right now. Sam Darnold is he's just come off a good season, but I think a lot of the offense is going to be ran through Kenny Walker, to be honest. He's a stud. And like I said, Cooper Kupp is willing to block and get his nose dirty. So he's going to have a lot of seams and a lot of big home runs in the run game. So I like Kenneth Walker.
Like I said, defense, I'm not really hot on any other than the Denver Broncos at home. Like, I'm not really the Washington could, that Washington defense could really make a mockery out of the New York Giants. But do we know any quarterbacks stick out to you as easy targets to possibly be sacked 6 times in a game?
Yes. So let me just go back to week 1 really quick.
Yeah.
And for sure.
Because if you can get, a 6 sack game,
I'm not going to lie. I'm not going to lie. I've seen highlights in training camp so far. He looks terrible right now. I hope he doesn't because my dad's a Jets fan. But Wilson, sorry. No, sorry, not Wilson. What's the quarterback
Justin
for
Fields?
Justin Fields.
Yeah.
I could see the Steelers sacking him 5-6 times.
Okay, so we're going to pick the Steelers defense.
Yeah.
So nothing new there, and obviously.
But if you want to get a cheaper defense, I could see the Jaguars coming home and sacking Bryce Young 1,000 times.
Yeah, they're only $100 cheaper.
Okay.
So I would just go with the Steelers, even though they're going to New York. It looks like, right? Yeah, so they're going to New York, but the Jets really don't have home field advantage. They just don't get that because they're the Jets. Sorry to all my Jets fans out there and friends, and sorry to our friend Bless Austin. But. Okay, so now we got some cash to burn.
Yep. Spend it, Mike. Spend it.
So Gibbs, Bijan, or Jamar Chase?
You gotta go Chase.
Gotta go Chase.
8,100. It's a lot of money.
It is, but I can go St. Brown, right? So, and my quarterback is Jared Goff. So that is the lineup.
That's a fire lineup.
This is the banger for week 1. I think some variation of this lineup is going to be my lineup for week 1.
I'm not gonna lie, that's a fire lineup.
So you got Taylor, you got Kenny Walker. We know these guys can go off. There's some element of luck to this, right? You got to get lucky. So one of these guys
even if you get Tutu Atwell in there, he gets a reverse for a touchdown. You know what I'm saying? You get Tim Patrick on a 3rd down and 10, and he catches a post over the middle randomly because they're keying in on St. Brown and Gibbs. You could really make some noise and make some money with that lineup right there, Mike. I like that lineup a lot.
Right, so I'm going to reserve this lineup for $3. It's let me. No, thanks. Okay, so now it's your turn. So I want you to create a lineup. And this is taken into consideration that we had some injuries. So our last week 1 beginner kind of thing was more of a show to show you. But you're going to go right for a running back, huh?
Yeah, I'm going right for the gusto.
Talk us through it.
I'm taking Jahmyr Gibbs. He's right there. I love Jahmyr Gibbs. I've always loved Jahmyr Gibbs. He's too talented. Quarterback. I'm actually I feel like when we're doing this lineup, you can afford to go low on quarterbacks.
Yeah.
You really can. So
this is a low quarterback week. There's no question about it.
So I'm even willing to.
I don't know if I'm willing to pick Aaron Rodgers because he got hurt the first play of the first game 2 seasons ago. But
yeah, go ahead. Just watching this guy and his demeanor and how he wants to be a leader, I'm willing to take Cam Ward.
Okay, all right.
I'm willing to take that. I mean,
and now you got some money to play with.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, especially if you're going to find some receivers in the 3,000, 3,500 range.
Yep.
Which I think you can do, but you have to mix it up because they're going to have to score a touchdown. It's probably going to be they get 3 targets and then they score a 68-yard touchdown. That's what you need.
Here's
exactly
a guy.
What you need.
Here's a guy that we haven't been talking enough about, and he's a stud. And I'm surprised we haven't mentioned his name. He's not on any of the top 10 receiver lists, but Drake London is an absolute stud. He's a stud.
He is.
So I want to take him there.
And that's going to be that high-scoring game, that Tampa Bay Atlanta game. We know that game's getting run up.
Yep. I'm going to go to tight end now because I love my tight ends. My tight ends.
I hate them.
And I'm going to go with Warner. He had a good game today. I like him a lot. Rookie, Indianapolis.
Yeah, I think I'm going to work him into some variations of my other lineup.
I'm going to go defense, and I'm going to go real cheap on D. I mean, honestly, let's go Browns against Joe Burrow. Why not?
Why not?
Let's go back to my running back now. I'm going to go really cheap on this running back. And I am going to get Jalen Warner.
Okay.
Steelers. Then I'm going to go back to receiver. I have I got some money to play with. I love St. Brown. I just can't pass on St. Brown.
I mean, I love the Detroit offense all around. I think if you stack the Detroit offense, I mean, with tight ends and with Gibbs, I mean, with anybody, you just really can't go wrong.
Honestly, I'm willing to do something like this. And for our viewers watching, I'm willing to do this and then get a really cheap flex.
Yeah, I mean, he's going to have to score a touchdown, whoever he is. McLeod.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, who?
Guy from the Bengals right here. Boom. This might be the lineup right here.
Okay.
This guy always comes through for Joe Burrow.
Yeah, he's going to need like a 50-yard touchdown because he's only going to get 2 or 3 targets.
Look at this lineup.
Yes.
This might be, I mean, besides my quarterback, because we don't know.
Yeah.
This might be, I mean, I got 4 of the top scorers right here. Drake London scores a touchdown all the time. St. Brown, Gibbs, and I got Jamar Chase.
Okay, so I love this lineup. The only thing that worries me is that Denver's going to be the number 1 defense this week, and Cam Ward's going to have to run for 1 and throw for 1 to make him worth it for the 5,000. But you actually did something that I really like. I think what I would do is if you're just going to go, I would just go with the cheapest home defense is what I usually do if I'm really trying to squeeze guys in.
Yeah.
But I think you could actually even.
Can you reserve that for me?
Yeah, I'll take a screenshot of it.
Yeah.
You can actually this is going to be on the show, so we don't need to.
Yeah.
Oh, we're losing our minds, folks. So this is how carried away we get. We actually sit here thinking that we're doing this without a camera on us. So I think St. Brown is probably going to ball out, obviously, but there's a lot of mouths to feed on that offense, right?
Yeah.
Do you think Mike Evans might have a better game or no? He's going to be fresh.
Yeah.
And if 1,000-yard season Mike Evans is fresh in game 1, I think I like him. I mean, not like I like him better than St. Brown. I just think it's comparable, right?
So now you're saying take St. Brown out, put Mike Evans in, and that way I can spend a little bit more money on a quarterback?
Exactly.
Okay.
I mean, out of these guys, I mean, Darnold or Lawrence would be for me. I don't know. Do you think Fields is going to run for 2?
Against Pittsburgh?
Yeah, I
think
right?
Pittsburgh I think Fields could have a nightmare of a game versus them.
And what about May? Do you think he leans on Genti? I mean, do you think he leans on Diggs or what's going on there? Or
to be safe, I would just probably go with Trevor Lawrence.
Okay, because if Genti's getting fed the ball, Drake May's not going to be on the field a lot. So then Trevor Lawrence, and then so I also like this lineup too.
Yeah, that's nice.
I also like this lineup too. I like Warren too. Oh, I'm sorry. Tyreek Hill. Imagine if you take a chance on Tyreek Hill. Although I do think London's probably going to have a better game than Tyreek Hill. I don't know if you disagree.
I agree.
But, I mean, you could mix and match. You could switch some of these guys out and do what you want. So we have about 5 minutes left on the show. I think we got some really good lineups that I really liked.
Yeah.
We got college football coming up next week, right? So anybody excited about it? You see I have my Howard shirt on.
I mean, for the first time ever, right? Number 1 versus 2. I mean, that's the following week, but it's the first time in a season opener we've ever had 1 versus 2. So that's going to be a crazy game. But what about our alma mater? Are you excited about Rutgers? How do you feel?
I don't know, because Rutgers basketball had the best team they've ever had this season. Absolutely nothing. So I don't know.
Yeah. Go Rutgers. I'm always with you guys, so
Yeah,
I think we'll be all right.
Looking forward to Navy. We're gonna go watch a little bit of preseason, have a little fun, hang on the bar a little bit. Any closing arguments or shout outs?
No, good luck this NFL season. We'll be back next week with another episode, and we're going to help you guys try to win some money this year, baby.
Absolutely, and hopefully we'll win some money, and we won't have to do this again next year. Bye.
Later.